Can you give us more detail on the Russian ship pointing lasers at our pilots? How much of an escalation is that? And on the EU Safe Weapons Fund, was any progress made last night at the dinner between the Prime Minister, Germany and France? And with the deadline coming next week, is no deal better than a bad deal?
So on the Yantar, this is the second time in a year that it's entered UK waters. It is part of a Russian fleet designed to put and hold our undersea infrastructure and those of our allies at risk. It isn't just a naval operation, it's part of a Russian program driven by what they call the Main Directorate of Deep Sea Research, or GUGI. And this is designed to have capabilities which can undertake surveillance in peacetime and sabotage in conflict. And that is why we've been determined, whenever the Yantar comes into British wider waters, we track it, we deter it, and we say to Putin, we are ready, and we do that alongside allies. You saw this last year in the way that Britain led the response to attacks on critical infrastructure with other Baltic and Nordic nations, and then NATO stepped in as well with their operation. So it's a demonstration, if you like, of a British readiness to act, a British capability to act, because make no mistake, we will not tolerate a threat to the British people's essential connections underwater.
Just to follow on from that on the Yantar, is this the first time that lasers have been used by a Russian vessel against pilots? And how dangerous is that? What are the risks? And also, how will the UK government be responding to this?
Clearly, anything that impedes, disrupts or puts at risk pilots in charge of British military planes is deeply dangerous. This is the first time we've had this action from Yantar directed against the British RAF. We take it extremely seriously. I have changed the Navy's rules of engagement so that we can follow more closely, monitor more closely the activities of the Yantar when it's in our wider waters. We have military options ready should the Yantar change course. I'm not going to reveal those because that only makes President Putin wiser. But I would just say to you, look at what we did last time. When the Yantar was in British waters, we surfaced a nuclear-powered British attack submarine close to that ship. A submarine that they did not know was there, that had helped track its every movement before.